about not allowing his emotions to get too high or too low. Washington will certainly test that temperament tonight, gentlemen.
They will, Doris. Ronnie Garrettson, our lead official, with Greg Willard and Monty McCutcheon. Monty will toss it at center. Washington in the home white, Cleveland in the blue. A great weekend of NBA playoffs. That tip was stolen, so we'll redo it. One steal, then we'll try it again. Great weekend of NBA playoffs, and for that matter, sports here on the networks. NFL draft, Sunday night baseball, so settle in. Glad you're with us to get it going here on a Friday evening in D.C.
That's the second turnover. That was deflected by Caron Butler.
First one by LeBron. Here is Arenas. Friendly home run. Washington bites alive, but it comes to LeBron. First thing on the board for LeBron. Hasn't taken a shot yet. Serpentine through the lane as Jameson. Arenas on the take. Is that Ilgauskas' second? He's in the action. So Gilbert comes to the line.
After a lot of plays by keeping the ball alive, tries to get in defensively and help out. We'll find out whether they can get a little bit of steady offense from him.
They laughed, and Jeff Van Gundy was doing the game on TNT. Arenas hits a three, and the lead is 9. And even Jeff was like, you know, the definition of a hard foul has certainly changed here over the last few years. And that was called on Barryshot, a big trip for Washington, but James gets it back with the chance for the conventional three-point play.
In game,
here's the dunk.
Well, anytime he can get this kind of momentum going to the rim, bad things are going to happen to the outside. Oh, so you think you ought to change your name?
Maybe to protect themselves. Deep triple Arenas. Washington led by 11 in that first quarter. It's up to 10 as Gilbert has 10. James.
The guy that's the authentic James hits again.
Is expected to return. He did take a shot to that left eye. It is red and irritated. They are trying to flush it out with some saline solution, but they do anticipate his return at some point, guys.
Okay, thank you. LeBron.
It goes on Butler and Arenas to be good at the offensive end.
Oh, Caron Butler! Put it in the spin cycle and rinsed out James. LeBron says, I got one back for you.
No hesitancy for LeBron James tonight. Remember, you know, at one time there was some concern about the quality of player, the character of the player that was coming into the NBA, but that has all changed, and the future of the
players on each side. LeBron James has carried Cleveland thus far. Steve Jones, it's a Washington 41-33 lead halfway through. Give me your assessment on the adjustment to the adjustments with LeBron James from game 2 here to game 3.
Well, I think LeBron James is more aggressive like he was in game 1. He is asserting his will at the offensive end. He's making things happen. Now he's got to find a way to get his teammates involved in the game.
Good job by Drew Gooden. Boy, they need a couple of stops with the offense going dry. It'll be James this trip. And one on Jeffries, who's to say, I'm standing here like a tourist taking pictures of the monuments. You can't give me a foul.
Well, yeah, he was a tourist. He was taking pictures. He should have just gotten out of the way if he didn't want to get called. James takes the bump and finishes, and that was what was so evident in game 1. Those kinds of play, right? If you're going to get in there, get in his way and try to make him change direction or take the hit, and maybe the ball will go your way.
LeBron James, 6'8", 240. You see his numbers relative to the rest of the team. As I said, he's keeping him in his first road playoff game. I can't say what we normally see working off the glass.
But he's important. Rebounding when they're going to sleep. And Jeffries makes him pay.
You know, this is a playoff game for a Washington team that he played for with Arenas last year. Gilbert Arenas, selection to the Hall, but also on those beautiful dunks over the years. 2 to shoot, Snow inside. Missed it, James, follow flush.
Well, the big 3 plus 1, and that 1, Antonio Daniels is making a difference on the scoreboard. He has come in and given them 11 points in the quarter. LeBron James steal.
And hold on. A field goal for
Mark before they go into the break.
James draws 3 and draws some free throws as well.
The strength. And if you talk to Chris Paul, who worked out with him, he said this guy really works out. And so that's one of the reasons that he's doing as well as he is.
Well, already with his point total of 21, more points than the first postseason road game of Magic and Larry. And closing in on Kobe, got him with that free throw. And Ron Butler, but he really challenged him on the shot, put back in by the constant motion Arenas, who now on his shooting hand still says the touch on the fingertips not there. Seen a lot of Arenas ending up with LeBron, and LeBron says, I'm taking you right down to the house. LeBron James off the brilliant 22-point first half gets on the board here in the third as Cleveland's made a nice surge, down 8 at the break. They've cut it in half. In basketball, and going back to guys you never saw, like a Bob Cousy, guys who paved the way. Here is James connecting, making it a 2-point game. Dives in, deep kick out to LeBron. Can't double him there. Whoa, what a pass! It went right by the ear of Haywood, who never saw it. Game tied at 67. LeBron, 2-point Wizard lead. Game 4 is in here on Sunday evening.
Yeah, they're looking at James and trying to direct him one way. He likes to go to his left.
Met by Haywood and foul. A timeout will be taken. Haywood picks up his third. How about the pass? Snapper, it had some snap on it.
Well, it had some snap on it, and like Gilbert Arenas told us, you know, you got to cut off the wings, and that was right under the arm of Haywood. Supreme confidence. And we were hoping we'd get to talk to him later.
Part of a fundraiser coming up in the offseason. Arenas, pretty drive and use of the rim. His detractors to someone who's become one of the more popular sports figures in a very passionate sports city. James, a triple, and Cleveland takes the lead. LeBron James gives the Cavs their first lead since the third basket of the game.
I guess that was the right amount of rest.
30 for James. Arenas responds. Gilbert is kind of that first Saturday in April when Wade and LeBron put on a show in Cleveland that James got the best of. Arenas is playing the role of Dwayne Wade. LeBron James, 30 points. Most ever scored by a player in his road playoff debut, 40. Gilbert Arenas says, I don't care. I'll do it myself.
You know, Ruffin is an energy guy. He gets the extra possession. Arenas again.
All the points in the fourth for Arenas and a chance for a three-point play.
Here they should be chanting, what time is it? And the answer would be Arenas' time, as he has become more assertive here in the fourth quarter, made all of his field goals and a chance for a three-point play to put them on top by 3.
I credit the Washington fans for watching the playoffs. This is becoming a tired bit. Every is rebound, number 7 for Zadrunas. LeBron James squares the game at 80 with a 3. He's got 33, closing it. The lead for the hot guy, Arenas, between 2. And Ilgauskas draws the foul. Gilbert Arenas taking over here.
Surprisingly, the Wizards.
Gilbert to the 6-minute mark. A 2-man show in the fourth by the 2 stars in this league who represent these teams. 2 of the top 4 scoring players in the league. Thus far, Gilbert Arenas has had the better of it in the fourth, helping Washington break open a tie game. They lead James by 4. In game 2, he banged it 8 times in the opener. Arenas crossover to the rack. Oh, what a move! In the quarter.
Daniel Marshall is camped.
Blocking foul. I think Ruffin was inside of the restricted area.
LeBron James, and he's still sliding. And, you know, so
minutes of regulation.
Well, plenty of time for LeBron James in the camp. They just got to think score. They don't have to get a 3. They want to get a 2. Ruffin on James and 1.
He leads the league in it. On the switch, Ruffin comes up. LeBron lights him up. And to the line to make it a 1-point game.
Bergeron will come in the game, and Drew Gooden will sit down as LeBron James and company are thinking just one more time. Get me a little bit closer. Now let's see if James finishes the free throws. In tight games, this is where LeBron has to grow. He's got.
By the way, a guy who's one of the best ever in his sport, cheering like a guy who sat in the third section his entire career.
Up on him.
It came off a rough, and Bergeron outside called for the foul as he made body contact.
Look at those guys.
The 4 top scorers in the league made 30 look like changing shoes. So Arenas has missed 3 here of his 9 attempts tonight, Steve.
56 for Kobe Bryant and all the other guys in the 40. That's tremendous offensive season for all of them.
And we'll see what comes. Is it a double? Is it help?
Now right here, the left side of the floor is open for James. If you're going to go, you got to go right now.
He does. Jeffries tied him up. He got it back and put it in. 95-93, almost a jump ball situation. 5
Arenas
seconds the
coming
difference.
back.
Here's Arenas. Blocking foul. And it's good. Sliding underneath was James. The basket counts, and Arenas to the line for the lead.
Arenas is big in these situations. LeBron wasn't quite set, and that was a good call. The Cavs wanted the call to go their way, and Arenas is at the line. LeBron had that ball knocked out of his hands, so he was able to catch it and go back up, and he finished the play.
Just ever so briefly, and the slide underneath. James picks up the foul. Arenas for point 34. The shot clock is off. Cleveland has 2 timeouts remaining. Washington 1. For the lead. Timeout Cavs.
And LeBron James has the ball in his hand.
And they bring it full court. Arenas comes immediately, show the double. He goes back away. 15 seconds left. Wizards by 1. James has Daniels, can go up over him if he wants. Fakes right, goes left, bends in over Ruffin. He got it to go. Timeout Washington. 5.7 to go. LeBron James hit the big shot again. So with that hoop, LeBron James, 41 points, the most points scored in the first road playoff game by any player in NBA history. 14 here in the 4th.
And strength and size on display big time, using all of his strength to get into Michael Ruffin and make that shot. So now it's back to Gilbert Arenas. 5.7, and Arenas is really good at scoring in a short period of time, and so they have got to get the ball out of his hands. They got to make sure that Gilbert Arenas does not get a touch.
Mike Brown won Arenas, going back to their teammate days. Quickly to Jeffries, they'll get it back to Arenas. Here's a 3! Off the rim, no good, still alive, and rebounded by Bergeron as the clock runs out. The Cleveland Cavaliers return the favor. Washington wins game 2 on the road. Great stuff with Mike Brown, the head coach, with LeBron James. The franchise gets its first playoff road win in a decade. LeBron, in his first road playoff game, adds one more line to the great biography he's writing night in, night out.